Hey, welcome to Grandpa Sees the Blinking. Please don't take anything Grandpa says as financial advice. Grandpa is not a financial planner, and if you would, please like, share, and subscribe. Okay, Tesla, exciting as always. We have a golden cross. It hit about 308.15 is where it did it. 308.20 possibly. Okay, so what is a golden cross? A golden cross is where the 50 moving average, I use simple because I'm simple, moves up through the 200 simple moving average. You can use exponential, whatever, change it slightly. But regardless, it works for Grandpa. So the 50 is the blue line, and it moves up through the 200, giving us what's called a golden cross. Generally, you can expect approximately at least $3. Sometimes it is less, but very often it's $3. Very often it is up to the $12 range. So you add 12 to 308 and you're at 320. Okay. And quite often it's in the $20 range. That'd give you 330. Okay. To the up. Okay. And sometimes it'll do $50 or more. So you just don't know. You just know it's a good thing generally. And the exact opposite is true if the blue line comes from the top side and goes through my little yellow line. If the 50 comes from the top side and moves through the 200 on the bottom, going downward, then it's a death cross, and the exact same numbers would work there. But yeah, we got some big trouble here, and I want to talk to you about it, and it's with Schwab Brokerage, in Grandpa's opinion. Okay, and I see it every day what's going on, and it's nasty. It's real nasty. And I have some. I'll tell you exactly why Tesla took this dive. You can thank Fed Chairman Powell first of all. And he's no Trump supporter, I can tell you that. But first I want to talk about. The current price is 312.15, 312.20 area. Okay, so what's the big trouble? Well, the big trouble is this. We had a low this morning at 4 a.m. of 302.70. Okay. By the time that we could trade at Schwab in Tesla, the price is $10 above that. So we couldn't buy down here at 4 a.m., okay, Eastern time. We couldn't buy down here, okay, if we wanted to go long or if we wanted to exit a position where we were short. We couldn't exit down here. We got to wait $10. $10 before we can trade. How can you compete with people that can buy $10 and they do it every day? Our latest high pivot point was made about 11 o'clock at night when none of us can trade. Okay. Who's trading? The Chinese? Okay. Well, I can tell you this much. With Schwab, for instance, and why am I with Schwab? Okay. There's one reason that I'm with Schwab. They have good customer service. I'll give them that. It's excellent. Uh, if you call them, you can get help. Okay, and when you have to buy your stocks $10 out of range, you need help. Okay, you need a lot of help. Uh, Pivot point. Our latest top pivot point is $367.20 that they did the other night or early morning, whatever it was. It was actually night. I watched them do it myself. I watched it come across on Robinhood. Okay, and I'm going to be calling Schwab today and explaining to him my feelings on the subject. I've called there before, asking him why. Why can't we start trading at 4 in the morning? Why can't we trade all night? Okay, and they say, well, it's a select security. They offer it. They have the ability. They offer it 24-hour trading to SPY, which represents the S&P. They offer it to QQQ. You can trade them 24 hours a day with EXTO in your drop-down menu. Okay. Let's see, what do I got here? There it is right there, GTC EXTO. If you click on that and you're on SPY as a ticker symbol or QQQ or a number of others, you can trade them 24 hours a day. And that's the way it should be. But with Tesla, they're killing us. We're getting slaughtered. Because it's not fair. Now you got Moomoo, okay, that's the Chinese companies. They're insured by the U.S. just like Schwab is for your securities in your stocks. You have Moomoo and you have Weibo. They're both Chinese, okay. Them bad boys get to trade from 4 a.m. till 8 p.m. every night, 4 a.m. Eastern till 8 p.m. Moomoo allows you to trade. But Schwab, no. We can only trade from 7 a.m. Here, look at this. This is 4 a.m. down here where my mouse is in this 5-minute chart. Where's 7 a.m.? Okay, you see the difference? It's $10 on our high pivot point where you could only trade up to around 360 when we made our top pivot point with Schwab. Everybody else, they get to trade and buy and sell their shares in the 367 area. How can you compete? I don't like it. I got a buddy that's in right now long. He would have loved to buy shares. He was awake. He wanted to buy shares down here in the 302 area. It was big to him. Okay. I urge you, call Schwab and say, listen, we want to be able to, we should be able to trade 24/7. That's really what we should be able to do with Tesla. This garbage of them. I've been monitoring them for like 3 months. I go on Robinhood and I've been watching them round the clock what's going on, and we can see on the charts what they're doing at 4 a.m. And now last night, for the first time, they let us see the ticking going on and the candles actually moved overnight. For the first time that I seen last night, and my buddy mentioned it to me this morning. Hey there, Mr. Mum. He says, good morning, Professor. I'm chewing them out today there, Jeff. So, listen, call Schwab today. Get somebody with a brain on the phone, okay, and do some complaining. Because if you're trying to make some money trading shares of Tesla and the competition or whoever they are, with stocks, it's like this. For every winner, there is a loser. For every loser, there is a winner. And the guy that can trade $10 on either side of the price point further away and is getting to, and sometimes more than that, you tell me, if they have that flexibility, who's going to end up being a winner? Winner. Do we all have to go to Moo Moo or Weeble so that we can compete? Is that the answer? Maybe. I love Thinkorswim. Thinkorswim, in my opinion, is probably the best program out there for a trading platform. And Schwab has that. But they're killing us. They're killing us. They need to get with the program. Okay, we had a new low, of course, at 4 a.m. this morning, 302.70. 302.70. Is that going to be our new bottom pivot point? It's pretty possible. Let's see. What would that give us? I think that gives us $64.50 from our top pivot point down to our new bottom pivot point. And knowing where that pivot point is crucial for us. But being able to buy or sell there is really crucial. If you were short this morning and wanted to get out of your position, like I know Treasonous Trucker is, he couldn't get out at 302. He's got to wait until the dang price is up at 312 area. It's not fair. It's crooked, in my opinion. And like I say, I urge you to call Schwab and ask them to get with the program. We need to be able to trade it bare minimum from 4 a.m. till 8 p.m. Every day it's the same garbage. And then after 8 o'clock at night, at 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock when we cannot trade, they're making huge moves, $7, $8, $10 moves that we have no access to. I can sit here and watch it day after day. I'm sick of being robbed. This is a hard game. It's serious, okay? And when the competition has that much of an edge on you, for every winner, there is a loser. And I don't want to be one of the losers. It's a miracle we make any money. That's the real truth. We're not on a fair playing field. They're letting the Chinese rob us, or whoever is trading at that time of day. I love Chinese. I speak Chinese. Ni hao, that means hello. So there. That's okay. So let's talk a little bit about why Tesla took this dive. There's a number of reasons, and I'm going to go through them in order, and I'll get to the real one at the end here. Number one, and this is no biggie really. there was an actual recall of the Cybertruck for 24,000 vehicles, I believe it was, and that's not a huge amount. But it was a recall where they got to run into the shop and some small little item that needs to be fixed. Not no biggie, but of course the media who hate Trump and hate Elon hype it up, and because it's really rare. Even when they have a software update, which is 99 and 9/10 if they ever have any issues, it's just a software update, and they call that a recall. So the press has not been favorable at all to Tesla, in my opinion, and I don't like it. Okay, so what's next on the agenda? Why did we drop like we did here in Tesla? EV tax credit of $7,500 a unit. Trump announced the other day that he will stop the EV tax credit as soon as he gets in office here shortly, about 65 days from now. And Elon agrees, and that it doesn't need to remain, and Tesla will still remain profitable without that EV tax credit. But it scared the markets because that are trading Tesla. Some because oh gee, how can Tesla survive without the $7,500? Okay, well, Tesla doesn't need the $7,500 to be profitable. Elon's been saying for well over a year, I've heard him myself multiple times, that he don't want that $7,500 tax credit. Not only that, Elon says he doesn't want these subsidies for oil and gas also. They shouldn't be getting them. They should be doing with the government shouldn't be putting money towards supporting something like that. And Elon's been against that $7,500 going to all the electric car companies supporting them. So what's the result? The naysayers say, Tesla's going to take a hit in their earnings now, $7,500 less per vehicle. Well, they're still going to be profitable. Tesla's the only electric vehicle maker in the United States that is profitable. Word on the street that I'm hearing is Lucid is almost assuredly going to go bankrupt. If you're trading Lucid, you better watch out. They lose huge money on every single electric vehicle they make, and I'm talking they're running on investor money to stay in business so they can compete against who? Tesla. Okay, they're hurting Tesla. That $7,500 is actually hurting Tesla. Oh, before I forget, our fair opening price this morning is $317.20. We're inching up towards it. That's where it's supposed to open. That's what's fair. Grandpa calculated what's fair, and I'm on a tirade today. And because I'm just sick of what's going on here. Okay, so there you have Lucid. Then you got Rivian, okay? Rivian, will they survive? It's doubtful. Some of the analysts are saying that they might survive this without the money. Do they make good vehicles? Sure they do. but they're losing a ton of money per vehicle for every one they make. Even with their $7,500, they're losing. Ford, let's talk Ford. Okay, I believe if I remember right, they're currently, for every electric vehicle they make, by the time they sell it, they've lost $20,000, and they want to try. They just gave up on their electric pickup. Wonder why? And now it's well, they knew the $7,500 was going to be dropped as soon as Trump got in. Now for them to make an electric vehicle, they got to lose 27,000 plus for every one that they make. How many do you think they're going to make? The only one that's going to be making electric vehicles in this country is Elon. And that's the way it should be. There's nothing better than a Tesla anyway, in Grandpa's opinion. So yeah, if you got money in an electric vehicle company and it's not named Tesla, and they're making cars, I think you better rethink your investment strategy. So there. Okay, Fed Chairman Powell. We're going to talk about the real reason the Tesla crashed. Fed Chairman Powell did his speech, and he basically said our country is doing so well that we don't need rate cut in December, 25%. No rate cut in December. The market had it figured in that they were anticipating we would get that 0.25% rate cut. And I'm here to tell you our economy is not that good. Jeff is out there with his little trucking company, Treasonous Truckers out there. And I spent 50 years in the business, and I can tell you right now, it's tough sledding for trucking. Our economy, and with trucking, you see firsthand. Food in the grocery store is. Me and Grandma can't even afford to buy a steak. It's that bad, and Grandma's losing weight. Poor Grandma. Well, she's been dying. Poor Grandma's losing weight because Fed Chairman Powell won't do the right thing. Listen, he cut it big time, 0.50 for the Democrats, hoping it would prop them up so they could get into office. Give them another 25% right at the election, and now, as soon as Trump's going to be coming in, they're going to nail him to the wall. There's a little bit of word that Trump would think about firing him, and I don't know how all that works. But in my opinion, these people, they just don't really necessarily do what's best for our country, in my opinion, all the time. So yeah, Fed Paul, and all the time before when he comes out and gives his speeches, he never ever would say, we're not going to drop in December, or we're not going to do this. He'd always at least leave it up for grabs so it didn't have such a major effect on the market. I believe that this was done intentionally to hurt Trump, and because Trump and Elon, they're out there, they're happy, the market's going up, and to hurt Elon also. because there's been a lot of press how wonderful the stock market is doing, right? And uh, the opposition party don't like that. They want things to be down in the toilet. They don't want it to be good. That's obvious from the last 4 years that we've lived through. Get with the program. We had a vote in America, and the garbage is leaving town, but they're not giving up. They do everything they can to hurt their country, to hurt their people, just so they can have their power. Um, yeah, I hope Trump gets rid of them and puts somebody in with some integrity. Go out there and say, "Oh, we're not going to do it in December," um, just to crash the market. Yep, that's nice. That's Grandpa's opinion on that. Okay, on a lighter note, I hope you're enjoying this rant and raving Grandpa's doing. I get sick of it. I get sick of the corruption, uh, big time, big time sick of the corruption. We got corruption right here. Why doesn't Schwab, big company, big brokerage, well known, honorable company, why are we not? They got the ability to do it if they want to. What is the real reason that Schwab? We got little Chinese companies, Moo and Weibo, that can let their people trade from 4 a.m. in the morning till 8 p.m. and others that can trade all the way around the clock. And Schwab has the ability to do it. I'll show it to you on my screen here. It's called, when you call them up, it's called GTCEXTO. That's 24 hours. And it's for select securities. And they can make whoever they want a select security. I'll tell you that right now. Why isn't Tesla on there? There's nothing that's traded as more than Tesla. Nothing, in Grandpa's opinion. There might be, but I don't know what it is. Yeah, they're killing us. When your competition, for every winner when you trade stocks, it's the same with options. When you trade stocks, for every winner there is a loser. For every loser there is a winner. And when your competition, I'm repeating myself here because I didn't think you heard it the first time. When your competition is able to buy or sell their shares $10 before you can, you tell me who's going to win. And these aren't market makers; these are people. They're, whether it's a hedge fund or a retail or whoever it is. It's no wonder 97% of traders lose their tail under garbage going on like this. You could talk all day about charts and figuring and whatever, but when they're buying and selling down here, and you don't have the opportunity to even get in till it's up here. There's your sign. I would love to buy some more shares this morning down here. Just nasty. Just nasty. Okay. Well, we're looking for a new bottom pivot point, and is the 302.70 going to be it? It's possible. I don't know yet. Truthfully, if I was going to give, I'll tell you Grandpa's opinion. We got several spots. I'm going to tell you this. I'll tell you where Grandma's got her orders at. Grandma knows stuff. She's gonna buy a few at $297. She's already got her order in waiting. She's long, okay? And she got beat out by 2 cents yesterday. She couldn't get out of her trade. Grandpa messed her up. I'm lucky I got out. But anyway, she's going to buy some at $297. She's got an order in to buy some more at $285. She's got an order in to buy some more at $272. She's got an order in to buy some more at $265. She's got an order in to buy a whole bunch at $257 if it goes there. All long, okay? But she's looking. We're hoping for a dip down, and it's coming down right now. It's already down to 311.70 or so, and because that lowers her average, and she'll be able to get out up in that $400 range, and we'll pick a good spot where she can. I want to get her out towards the top of the next top pivot point, which I think is going to be well above where it was before. I'm going to read through where pivot points have run. That's, by the way, the dominant trend is down. We have a sell signal in the daily. I'll show you the daily. And the daily, weekly, and monthly don't even start showing up on your chart until the open at 9:30. These candles are not growing right now. They stop growing. They only form from 9:30 a.m. until 4 p.m. And why that is, I have no idea. But they don't form on Thinkorswim, and I don't know if why that is. But the 4 hour to down to the bottom, they used to only form from 7 a.m. till 8 p.m. But now, last night, for the first time, they formed all night. And see, when you have charting that isn't forming when candles should be being made all night, they're making candles all night, but we don't get to see them. That's why we always had such a dramatic move at 4 a.m. in the morning, because they pound everything that happened into the first few candles that come out at 4 a.m. in the morning. If you go back in time and look at your charts, there's always a dramatic move at 4 in the morning, instead of showing you what really happened. Okay, so back in time, and this is good news for you, very good news, what I'm going to tell you here. There's an upward progression There's an upward progression in the pivot points. A bottom pivot point is a place where a stock goes down to, it hits it, and that is what they call the bottom pivot point. And after it hits it, whatever point that is, the stock will continually go up until it makes a top pivot point. And once it makes a top pivot point, it will continually go down till it makes a bottom pivot point. But there's a story to be told here, and I'm just going to do it real briefly, and I'm going to get off here. Okay. Back before the cavemen and back when the Pilgrims first landed in the United States, Grandpa's trying to paint a picture here. In other words, back in time a little bit. We had a bottom pivot point of 182. The next bottom pivot point, then it went up and made a top pivot point. Then it come back down. But when it came back down, it went to 202.36. And then it went up and made a top pivot point. And then it came back down and it made a bottom pivot point of 212.11. Then it went up and made a top pivot point. Then it came back down and it made a bottom pivot point of 238.88. So you have 182, 202, 212, 238 and change. And you see an upward progression. Now let's look at the top pivot points that we've had most recently. And they coincide with the ones I just read you on the bottom. Top pivot points, you got 228.55. Back in time with the cavemen. Okay. 265 is the next one. Quite a jump. The next one up is 273.70. And the most recent one, what we got running right now, is 367.20. My point on all this for right now is we have an upward progression. Our bottom pivot points are always getting bigger, higher up, and our top pivot points are getting higher up. We're going up, 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 up. Now, but it don't do you no good if it goes up and you can't get out at the high point. Why couldn't we sell our shares at 267.20? Why? You tell me. Call Schwab. Complain. Tell them to get with the program. That's what Grandpa's going to do. Right after 9:30, when nobody goes to work there that's of any consequence until 9:30 in the morning. So wait till then, Eastern time. Okay. Oh, that was fun. Okay. Hey. Probably come. If I don't come back sometime today, I'll come back around 6 and let you know the fair opening price for Monday. Call Schwab. Complain. Thinkorswim is wonderful, but they need to get with the program. Hey, think about eternity once in a while. Grandpa does.